Update, it's coming, update. UzuKee just dropped the hypest sneak peek since the Old Testament, and if you haven't heard already, you need to get your stuff straight. Join YBA's Discord server, subscribe to UzuKee or something, because this has got to be the biggest news we've gotten in ages. Alright, sure. Maybe it's not news. We kinda already covered this. Paragon confirmed we're getting a new map, and it's been confirmed since the dawn of the fucking universe that we're getting stone free this update. Understandable if you didn't know about the new map, but Christ, if you didn't know we were getting stone free already, what are you even doing with your life? Being actually productive and not stalking some random 17-year-old for any sort of news concerning an update for a Roblox JoJo game? What a loser. So here we go. I'll just break down the video for you guys. First off, you get a wonderful whiff of what's to come. I can just smell her through the screen. Oh, as she struts down the aisle through the darkness of uncertainty that the update will ever come. Spoiler alert, it will! Jolene's theme starts increasing in volume as the camera angle changes and her wonderful face is finally shown in full capacity and glory. She walks towards the camera in this dreamscape of wonders and Uzu's bitches as she comes up on you and finally strikes a pose befitting of the most talented sculptors in modern history. At this rate, she might just be put in the new map as a permanent statue to relic the olden days of the Stone Free drought of 2022. I mean, god damn, those shoulder pads could kill. A butterfly flies into the screen where it magically transforms into a shitty Microsoft Paint graphic design is my passion type logo. I mean, here, I'll try to recreate it myself here, just give me a moment. Logo aside, I mean, who cares, it's just a logo. We see some absolutely fucking incredible shots of the new map. Christ, I'm flabbergasted. Taken fully aback by this. I don't know what I was expecting, but this is gonna be off the charts. Even through the unbearable motion blur effect, you can see this is the most effort that's been put into any aspect of YBA in the past 3 years. Compared to this, the old map looks like a rough draft, a mere blueprint of the magnificence to come. It just has a sense of completeness now. The old one felt half-baked, but this one feels fully fleshed out by all means of the word. The attention to detail, just from what I can see, is something an ant would find impressive. I will say, looking at the sneak peeks alone, it has an alarming amount of water towers. I mean, the town is fucking surrounded by water. I'm sure they know how to pump all that out of the surrounding sea. It just seems a little far-fetched, and that's coming from a guy who's lived in New York City his whole life and has practically memorized the skyline by heart. Let me tell you, the last time I saw a water tower was like 100 miles away from here. They don't have any of those on buildings. Not only do they look stupid and goofy as fuck, but they're just impractical considering urban cities often have this incredible 19th century innovation known to the public as plumbing? But hey, give a man a fish and he'll slap you with it. Teach a man to fish and he'll slap you with the fishing rod. People are obviously going to find small things to complain about no matter what you give them, but at the end of the day, a new map is a new map. And, on the whole, it looks sick as fuck. Reminiscent of the old map, yet amazingly redone to emulate a 4K recreation of Naples itself. Stepping into this game, I can smell the pasta through my screen. Hell, I feel like I booked a flight to Italy already. Pray tell I don't get the mafia on my ass. Too much YBA nowadays and John Gotti might end up my sleep paralysis demon from all the immersion. Bringing it down frame by frame here, the park actually looks like a park now rather than a portal to Africa. And the trees don't look like they were drawn by a fucking 5-year-old. It looks far less blocky, yet still has the classic YBA Roblox JoJo feel, which I can definitely appreciate, having played this game for so long. The power lines look incredibly excessive, again just like the water towers. I mean, it's not like we're playing city skylines over here. I'm sure you can sustain the imaginary people in here with some underground pipes and wires. You know, just like every single fucking city in the observable fucking universe. Well, let's cut the guy some slack. Maybe he's a farm boy or something, building the map on God knows how old of an Apple II computer on the 2G internet that just arrived from the nearest urban center, 147 miles away. The Dust Store is looking as good as ever. I can't really gauge fully accurately what it could be, but assuming the map builder is stuck in a time capsule from the 90s when people suddenly forgot you could dig underground and put power lines and plumbing under the fucking roads, I think the building pictured there might just be the arcade. Next best guess, judging by the lighting, is a strip club or a brothel, but we have enough R63 stands as is. Joe has needs, but I'm sure they've been satisfied. Or, who knows, could be both. You can never let them know your next move. Don't know what that billboard represents, but I'm sure it's something harmless, like an organized crime citadel or a tobacco company. The mountains are finally gray, now that's a breath of fresh air. I was wondering what kind of temporal time tomfuckery was going on in the YBA-verse to have situated Naples, Italy in the middle of Death Valley, California, but it seems that's been patched out. Here's a fun little Easter egg, and of course I, of all people, would notice considering my closeted affinity for trains, but it looks like the mysterious abandoned train to nowhere, the one with one single train car that looks like it wants some more tendies from mommy, is finally getting an extension into the city! You can just barely see it, blink and you'll miss it, but there it is! Cutting through town via the infamous open cut method before diving back underground to, potentially, a new station in the city? I mean, this is pretty hype, I won't lie. If Uzu played his cards right, we might just get a working train, running between the southern edge of Naples, through to the train station with Jotaro and the train station with Gyakio. Though, it does sound kind of far-fetched. If anything, maybe just a teleportation system simulating rapid transit, and if not that, then probably just the map builder taking some creative liberties to add more imaginary services to the imaginary city where nobody lives, just because the demons told him to. Here's an avenue with some good foliage in the middle, which definitely gives some well-needed variety to the former Siamese twin roads of the old map. For some reason, the tree on the right of the frame is completely gray. That's a new one, but whatever. Maybe the next update is dropping tree shinies. Good looking park here with some not blatantly copied and pasted trees for once, with some actual variance in colors. And oh shit, wait, that might be it! This doesn't look like the former entrance to the train station, so either it's a reworked version, or, judging by its surroundings, a completely new train station to look forward to. So glad they finally got around to adding public transport to the game. Big thumbs up for me. But, slapping you with another cold, freshly caught Atlantic salmon here, this is only speculation. Again, a train route seems far-fetched, and the evidence for it is about as coherent and believable as the Biden did 9/11 conspiracy theory. Just something to look out for, just maybe, if we get lucky. Though, if cars are more your thing, we could always lobby UzuKee to add a big-ass urban freeway that rips through the entire map. The sky is the limit with the way Uzu is finally listening to some of the big concerns of the community, one of which was a shitty map. And the cherry on top, we get a nice view of the newly added Grand Central Terminal Track 103. I gotta say, I can't wait for the morning rush where I can bite to dust hundreds of innocent, unarmed commuters. Stone Free punches me in the face after I ask to go out with her, and finally, UzuKee confirms the final ever official release time frame for Stone Free. This July. Dear fucking God, it's coming. And the movie's over. So it's time to talk about my thoughts on it. And I gotta say, for once, I'm impressed. Alright, sure, the logo wasn't perfect, the map wasn't perfect, the animation looks like it was made in Flip-a-Clip, the audio sounds compressed 17 times over by an algorithm made by the fucking great apes, and of course, July isn't the best release date, considering it was due for, you know, December of last year? But, looking past all those minor complaints, I just absolutely roasted Uzu for the first time since maybe the fucking Heaven update, I'm hype for the next update and what Uzu's got for us this time. Looking past how terrible Uzu's punctuality is, I think it's a wonderful gesture to give us a formal trailer like this. No excuses, no goofy-ass sad Naruto music playing over a foreground of Discord screenshots about a drama that happened years ago that Uzu still clutches onto for an excuse of being so late to the call. Just Uzu doing his job for once, giving us a well-deserved sneak peek into the next YBA update, and oh boy, is it gonna be something. Now don't get me wrong, the next YBA update probably won't add up to much in the long term, because obviously you can't patch up a history of either burnout or laziness, who knows at this point, with a single update, with a single new stand, and a single new map that won't change too much. But there's no need to be so pessimistic, because this is the first step towards progress. Sure, Uzu might not be dropping YBA 2.0 here, but something is better than nothing. And after all I've said about Uzu, I'm just gonna suck him off a little and say, I appreciate it. On behalf of the YBA community, we appreciate the attention you put into giving us a wonderfully made sneak peek for the next update. And, personally, I'm looking forward to it. Uzu may suck at public relations and punctuality, but the guy can code a mean-ass stand. And I think he goes underappreciated a lot because all these fucking nerds want is free spec storage and more R63 shinies. It genuinely makes me mad seeing these fuckers in the comments begging Uzu for spec storage. Stop whining like a fucking child for something that you don't fucking need. If you don't want to grind the easy SBR hour with your friends for all the money you'll ever need to buy specs, just pay the price up front in Robux and stop harassing Uzu for it. Ask for something actually worthwhile, like, I don't know, balance changes, bug fixes, hell, time stop still exists, guys. I mean, what are you doing here? Give me a break. But I'm sick and tired of hearing about spec storage. When's the last time you trusted Uzu with giving you what you wanted? Leave the poor teenager alone, for crying out loud. Alright, with the daily nobody cares about your goofy ass spec storage rant out of the way, that just about does it for this video. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and turn on notifications to be the first to hear about more YBA news like this. As always, stay slimy out there, fellas, and I'll see you all next time. Sayonara.